Have you ever heard of the term disruptive packaging or disruptive marketing? Most brands use this method to get our attention. It is basically when we expect something and get a total different thing that creates a sudden dopamine hit in us. It is a massive psychological trigger in marketing. Disruptive packaging forces the consumer to stop and look because their brain is trying to make sense of the mismatch concept. So here are some brands that follows this mismatch concept in their packaging that creates the wow factor in them. So first is Moschino, the king of irony. It is basically a very high-end, very famous perfume, which is very luxury, but the bottle in which it comes in, it looks exactly like a Windex cleaning spray. It works because your brain identifies an object and expect a specific experience. When they see the cheap bottle of the perfume, we expect the smell also should be very aqua, very bleach type of thing. But when we get a very luxury fragrance, surprise creates a massive stronger memory than a very pretty bottle ever could. Then comes Injin Gin. Injin Gin basically it is a Italian gin brand inspired by their packaging is basically inspired by the 90s motor oil concept. So if you see the packaging, the bottle is literally a rectangle tin can, looks like a 90s vintage oil can, like engine oil can, but the actual product is a gin. So the packaging itself draws people attention because it doesn't look like your regular gin bottle. There's a perfume called Good Girl by Carolina Herrera. It is also a best example for this kind of marketing or this kind of packaging. It is my dream perfume, by the way. I know nobody asked, but still. So anyways, so when you see a high-heeled stiletto on a vanity, you expect a decor piece or a fashion accessory. But instead, it turns out to be a fancy perfume. And it just creates a sudden visual shock. What was that? Using a shape as iconic as a stiletto for their packaging, Carolina Herrera just moved their product from fragrance shelf to a collectible piece or a decor item. And also people often buy it just because of the bottle. It looks so good, it looks so fancy, so aesthetically pleasing that people often buy it without even thinking what is inside and is it even worth it or not. But it is worth it. The fragrance is also too good. But the packaging that sells before the product here. Labubu's chips packet packaging is also one of the clever marketing strategy and also its blind box concept. And so instead of using any cardboard box, they literally used a chips packet. Who would have thought a luxury toy can actually come in a bag that looks like a potato chips? So when we see the packaging, the chips packet, we tend to think it's something consumable, but when we open it, here comes a surprising element and we see a luxury toy in it. There's a brand called the Nutty Grab, if I'm not wrong. So they sell socks and their socks comes in a bottle which looks like a sauce bottle. So that's where the brand stands out because so many different brands are selling socks. But here comes the USP. But their packaging is so unique which makes the consumer buy from them. So here this brand used the keepable method. When the packaging is too pretty or too unique to throw away, it becomes a keepable item. So it means the packaging stays with us while the product is gone. And just because we keep the items, and वो एक silent advertising की तरह होता रहता है. The more we see the packaging, the more we remember about the brand. So it's like a very clever marketing strategy. And also when the packaging is actually useful, the consumer also think कि एक पैसे में एक प्रोडक्ट के पैसे में दो यूजफुल चीजें मिल गए. Kind of cute and unique packaging reduces our purchase guilt. And why this unique type of packaging sells? Because people will record themselves while opening it because the reveal is dramatic and it is also a free viral marketing for the brand too. Second, increase memorability, which is you might forget the socks, but you won't forget the box in which the socks comes in. And third, the gifting factor. These are the items is very good for gifting too, because you don't even need a wrapping paper. The packaging itself works like a aesthetic gifting item. But we also remember one thing, that this unique and cute packaging can only get you customer for one time. If you want repeated customers, then the product should be the hero itself.